It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams putting each other to the test. A lot on the line in this one. And tonight, Shaq, we're going to see Gordon Hayward, one of the most versatile, talented swingmen in the league.
First, Ernie, let's give this guy a hand clap.
All right.
A hand clap?
Yes.
How about a round of applause?
Yes,
A round of applause. There you go.
You know, great to see him back in action. Takes a lot of courage to overcome that kind of injury.
Yes, he's a tireless worker, and I love his game. He makes improvements to his game every single year, so this will be a lot of fun.
And now it's time for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Boston Celtics come in for this one. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And expected to vie for that top seed coming into the season. They have not disappointed. This is a team poised to do big things in the postseason.
Well, it's hard to disqualify. Fantastic year for them so far. The buildup was obviously justified. I think they'll only be satisfied if they're crowned NBA champion now.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving is excited to leave Cleveland for a bigger role in Boston. He said, challenges are what makes us most human. Conquering fear of failure, showing people you're the best, and that you've prepared for this moment. Those are the things that interest me. Kevin?
Yeah, he's wired differently, D.A. Thank you. Well, we're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners to accept that and accept that path they're on.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that financial investment, there can be a little bit of impatience because one of your responsibilities is keep people in the seats. You've got to pay the bills. What you have to do is you make clear to the fans the vision that they have. If you make it clear, Kev, maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Horford is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Hayward in at small forward.
The fast release makes Gordon Hayward such a difficult check. If the defense is giving him any space, forget about it.
Outside Anthony. To the paint and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Over in the corner, Brown. And there's the pass to Irving. Here's Hayward. It's not going to go for him. The Rockets go the other way with it. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Now here's Hayward following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Brown outside. Paul with the steal. Here's Harden on the wing. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Now here's Tatum, coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Here's Horford. Boston, no good that time either.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Paul kicks to Harden. And the shot falls short this time.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
This guy is skilled at getting the shot he wants inside. Jason Tatum with the size and touch to be efficient.
Puts it up from 12. The shot's good from Paul.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Irving passes to Hayward. To the inside. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Hayward.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Paul finds Harden. Shoots the 3. And Boston with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Basket good.
Well, this is what they love seeing from Jaylen Brown, the aggressiveness down near the cup. This guy's attitude, tremendous.
Now, here is Harden. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hayward kicks to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Hayward. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. Hayward's got 5 now.
Well, it could have been from the parking lot for as far out as that one was. Gordon Hayward with a deep threat.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Poked away and stolen by Tatum. The finish and slam dunk by Tatum.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Boy, what great speed he's got, Greg. Just phenomenal work getting all the way to the cup in transition.
And when you talk about someone being thrown into the fire, Tatum called on early by the Celtics his rookie year.
That's right. With the injury to Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum was placed into a very prominent role. And how impressive was he with the poise and the polish throughout the year. Really incredible.
And the shot goes in.
That's not a bad plan of action right there, guys. Attack the defense in the paint.
Irving surveying the floor. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. In third, the Rockets.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Got that one up quick. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Irving kicks to Hayward. Inside, Horford. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, this is where Al Horford gets going, right? He's a high percentage shooter anytime he's got deep post position.
Harden against Brown. And the basket by Harden.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Celtics leading by 4. Irving passes to Tatum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
He misses the free throw.
You get the sense that Jason Tatum has a drive to be great. This is a young player who doesn't lack for confidence. I love watching him play.
And the second free throw, good. Paul with the ball. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Horford against Capella. And too long on the shot.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Hayward against Anthony. Outside Irving. Hayward from outside. Drains the three-pointer. Hayward's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics.
Listen, this guy's a viable threat from deep range. With a lot of time put into it, Gordon Hayward has morphed into a consistent three-point threat.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 8-point game. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Hayward looking around. Over Chris. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got 10 points in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Now, here's Capella. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Hayward against Green. Hayward can hit.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Count that bucket.
Well, the ability to score at all three levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Harden against Tatum. Basket counts. And 11 points for James Harden.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And not too long ago, Doris, the Celtics put up the most shots in the league 2 years in a row, but last season they were 25th in that category.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They became a different type of team 1 year ago. There was more movement, more sharing of the basketball. They went deeper into the shot clock on almost every possession, and that made it harder for defenses to key in on any one individual.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris. And Knight subbed in for Chris Paul. Now here's Knight. Harden outside. Three-pointer. And Tatum pulls it down. Boston leading by 5. Pass to Smart. Stolen by Harden. Knight into the lane. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Boston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Rozier the pass to Baines. Back to Rozier. It's stolen by Green. And it's Houston on the break. A nice shot by Knight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Rozier kicks to Tatum. Back to Rozier. A 3-ball. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rozier's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Knight dishes to Harden. Here's Green. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Rozier against Knight. And the basket by Rozier. He's got 7.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Now, here is Knight. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Tucker. And the layup's good off the glass. Tucker's got his first points in this one.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Rozier with the ball. And it's Knight picking him up. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Knight finds Harden. From deep, Green. Good on the triple. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Now, here's Rozier. 7 points in the game. And he makes that one. And the Celtics lead by 4.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Here's Knight. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That guy's a highly competitive young man. Draws his fair share of fouls. We'll see Knight go to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season.
2 shots.
Fairly standard numbers.
First free throw is good.
Boy, for a young guy who's played his heart out everywhere he's gone, Knight's already been traded a number of times. Surprising.
James Ennis, he'll check in for Houston. The Celtics also with a sub. Tice is checked in. Knight hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Rozier kicks to Morris. Now, here's Rozier. He's guarded closely, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Celtics have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from Rozier. And so he makes both from the line. Rockets trail by 4. Now here's Knight. He's got 6. 4 seconds left. 1 second left. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. The Celtics have shown their toughness and their determination. Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his own teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are. And when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
And the Celtics have assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. Really no better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Boston, we've got Aaron Baines. Rozier's out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Tice in at the 4. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star, and if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Green. Of course, you were a point guard in your playing days. What qualities did you look for in a backcourt mate, someone to play off you?
Well, I would say they were similar to what I looked for in all of my teammates. Certainly you wanted players who were three-tool players, somebody who could put the ball on the floor, use their dribble well, somebody who could pass well, who could identify, okay, next player is open, I need to make this pass. And then the competitive attributes, Kevin. How hard did you play on a night-by-night basis? Did you prioritize winning over individual success? All the qualities I think you look for in a backcourt mate are what you would look for in any teammate.
Now, here's Rozier. Tice kicks to Morris. Over Ennis. They grab their own miss. Morris trying to free himself up. Shots good by Baines.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Green against Smart. Knight, that's a two-pointer. And Baines pulls it down.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 13. Off target from three-point range.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Ennis with the ball. He's against Morris. Tucker. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Tucker's got his second basket of the night.
I know he's not the most efficient long-range shooter, but Tucker hits enough of those to space out the defense.
Tice passes to Rozier. Outside, Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Baines. Back to Smart. Three-pointer on the way. It's good from long range. Smart's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Nene at the elbow. Knight for 3. He can't get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. From downtown, the Celtics keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Another shot. Morris, no good. Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Ennis. Off target from outside.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. A 3 from Morris falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
Passes it to Ennis for three. Drills it from outside.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Now, here's Rozier. 13 points in the game. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Gerald Green. Celtics also with a sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Aaron Baines. On defense, the Rockets, they trail by 6. Here's Morris, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And to me, Marcus Morris, guys, has proven he's a critical piece. On the defensive end, he can guard either forward position. He can guard bigger guys because of his strength. And on the offensive end, he can go inside or out. He can come off the bench or be a starter. I love his game.
First free throw is good. And last season, Morris was hurt for a spell, and the team missed his depth.
Right, Kevin, because Marcus Morris coming out of the summer was not 100% healthy. But as the year wore on, he became a matchup problem and an excellent defensive player.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Chris comes in for P.J. Tucker, and Paul's subbed in for Knight.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Here's Paul. And the pass to Ennis. The three from Anthony. And another three for Houston.
Just so fluid on all his shots. No hesitation from Melo on the catch and shoot.
Boston leading by 5. And here is Irving. He had 25 points last game. Brown outside. Poked loose. It's stolen by Ennis and stolen by Horford. Shoots from 8. The rejection by Paul. Ennis with the ball. Brown's there. Now Ennis. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. That one drops for him. The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Irving dishes to Hayward. Brown kicks to Morris. Capella against Horford. Shot clock at 6. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Horford. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
It's stolen by Morris. It's Brown with the drive. Good. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Ball against Irving. With the teardrop. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Hayward against Anthony. Hayward kicks to Horford. It's stolen by Capella. Puts up a 3. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Anthony.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
Knocked loose. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And it's no secret that Paul is an energetic defender, constantly swiping at the ball and ripping away steals.
Now here's Irving. You talk about a player who can absolutely light it up. He averages over 31 points a game. Morris into the lane. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
That evens the score.
Oh, Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here's Brown. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
Now here's Irving. And again, unable to change momentum here. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Back to Ennis. Lets the three fly. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Now a timeout called by Boston. What you notice immediately with Marquise Chris, he is a high-level athlete.
Right, Kev. This guy is a big-time athlete who entered the league pretty raw skill-wise. But to me, there is so much of a ceiling here. If he can learn to shoot it and put it on the deck, look out.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Tatum, he's checked in for Morris. Here's Horford. That one good for 2. Horford's got 6.
To me, that play is about focus from Al Horford. Just extraordinary body control on the finish. Nice.
Harden finds Capella. Let's go. Harden, no good.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Irving for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
As soon as Kyrie Irving crosses half court, you have got to guard him, and you've got to be balanced because this guy is an effective, dominant offensive presence.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
Paul goes in. Capella, the pass to Chris. Here's Harden, and it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Irving kicks to Tatum. And Capella sends it back. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Paul. Back to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. And taken away by Brown. Got a piece of it. Outside Irving. Hayward on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Good work defensively by Anthony.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
Harden against Brown. Harden kicks to Chris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 3. Irving with it. He's picked up by Paul. Right side Irving. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The things Kyrie Irving can do with the basketball are just jaw-dropping. Doris, a gifted ball handler.
Well, he will go down as one of the best dribblers to ever play the game. Creative, consistent, quick with every move. He is fun to watch, Kev.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know what's interesting is so many people wondered how Kyrie Irving would fit with the Boston Celtics. Well, the answer was pretty perfectly. He steps right into the system and has to carry the team, and the team flourishes with him at the head.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Marquise Chris. Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Well, Doris, it's rare to see a star player like Irving transition so smoothly onto a new team.
Well, agreed, Kevin. It wasn't just a new team. This was an established new team. But credit both Kyrie and the Celtics for coming to grips with how he fit.
Now, here is Harden. 11 points in the game.
Well, obviously, it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
Here's Irving. There's a minute left to play here in the second quarter. Down low, Hayward. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Now, here's Tucker. He has 5. The three-pointer, no good. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Look, Greg, they simply didn't bring it. And that's one of those losses that you just have to throw away and forget about.
Al Paul following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Here is Harden. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Rockets on top. They lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight. Not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
There's no excuse for letting a team drain that many threes on you. Come on, especially at such a high percentage. That means your perimeter defense is weak. They got to close out on the shooters with conviction, even if it creates some weakness inside.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Anthony, and it's Capella in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And the basket by Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Capella against Tatum. Brown inside. Hayward outside. Shot clock at 6. And Hayward with the stuff.
Well, he is a forward, but Gordon Hayward has sensational handling ability. His full confidence to carve through the defense on display.
Now here's Paul. He kicks it to Capella, and it's sent back by Horford. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Harden against Brown. Feeds it to Paul. And it's sent back by Irving. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And so here is Houston, 6 to shoot, and that one is good. 6 points for Chris Paul.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
And no doubt Brad Stevens, one of the most respected young coaches in the NBA. Doris, he doesn't try to coach around foul trouble.
You know what I love about Brad Stevens is he's always trying to question the norm, meaning he doesn't want to do something simply because that's the way it's always been done. So just because a guy has 2 fouls doesn't mean he automatically takes them out. I like that kind of out-of-the-box thinking.
Now here's Tatum, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. There's the triple. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Tatum against Anthony. Tatum with it. He's got 7 and finished off by Horford.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Brown against Harden. And it's sent back by Horford. One-on-one here. Here's Irving, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Anthony. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? Kyrie Irving 3rd.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
You know, that intelligence is really their hallmark. Always taking the smart shot, never forcing it when it's not there. You know, that's how they're able to keep their percentages so high. That and the fact that they can flat out shoot it.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. So many aspects go into developing, Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture there. That makes so much sense. Harden's shot is good.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
No good from Irving. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Anthony against Hayward. Fires top of the key. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got 13.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Down low, deflects the pass, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Yeah, you go for the steal, but at least you do get the deflection.
Well, Greg, you make them reset their offense, right? It's disrupting their rhythm.
Ennis, he's checked in for Houston. Boston also with the sub. Baines is checked in. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Right side Tatum. Over Chris. A nice shot by Tatum. 9 points in the game so far.
You have to be effective from anywhere in the floor if you're going to be elite. Jason Tatum, the in-between game, that's on point too, fellas.
Now here's Paul. He has 6. Now here is Harden. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Irving. And there are the Celtics with another basket. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Boy, a kickout's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
And he banks in the layup. And it's 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
Well, Jaylen Brown making it look easy right now. How about the strength in the post? It was like the defense wasn't even there, Kevin.
And misses it off the right side of the rim. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Capella sends it back. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Morris is checked in for Gordon Hayward. Outside Tatum. Over Chris. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Now here's Ennis, covered by Morris. Ennis kicks to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Capella bounce pass. Clock at 6 with the shot. The Rockets again can't hit.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Irving against Paul from the arc. Irving can't hit.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
Now here's Ennis. Defense is right there. Here's Harden. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Harden's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. The Celtics have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Irving. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Irving's got 15 points.
Yeah, the defense not closing out in time. He's too quick and too good to miss many of those.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, I think during this timeout, they've got to talk about ways to deny the basketball to him. That's the key, because when he gets it, chances are he's going to score.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris. Gerald Green, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Brandon Knight in for Chris Paul. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Aaron Baines. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Now, here is Knight. He's got 6 over Morris. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got his 3rd basket of the night.
To me, guys, this is where he really excels. He loves to attack on the pick and roll. Knight just getting better and better.
Morris passes to Rozier. Here's Tice. A 3 from Morris. Green with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his first foul. Al Horford's checked in for the Celtics. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Knight finds Nene. Smart against Green. For the lead. Here's Nene. They kick it out to Green. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Smart against Green. Lets it go from 11. Smart misses. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Knight. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Boy, it's tough to see how he misses that one. I don't think the defense was all that tight on him.
Guard Terry Rozier, a fantastic spark plug off the bench for this team, Doris.
But the reality to me is Terry Rozier is a good enough player to be a starter in the NBA, but that ability to create instant offense, really special.
And Marcus Smart, Doris, is a player who will give you whatever he can on offense.
Right. Marcus Smart is on the floor because of his defensive abilities. But what Brad Stevens likes to say is Marcus will make the big shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
Good on the second free throw. And Greg was smart. When he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. Great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
Well, Marcus Morris is a guy who is unafraid of a little contact. That's a nice play right there.
For Boston, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch four.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Rockets trail. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. And the Celtics making a change here. Hayward's checked in. Out tonight. Shot clock at 5. Buries it from three-point range. Knight's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So good on the catch and shoot. You don't want to let Knight get dialed in from behind the arc.
Rozier the pass to Horford. Dishes it to Hayward. In the corner, Smart with it. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 1. Outside Knight. Back to Green. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. Anthony's checked in for the Rockets. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. So it's the Celtics now. Rozier looking around. Now here's Tatum, guarded by Tucker, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for Houston.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And the first one drops. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
And nothing but hair on that one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Now here's Tatum. He's guarded closely. Shoots over Tucker. Tatum's shot is off. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Now here's Rozier. 13 points in the game. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Jason Tatum. He's around 14 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
Now here's Nene. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Well, great vision by Nene, right? I mean, if you're the help defensive guy, you can't leave your man. He's that good a passer.
1:06 left in the third quarter. Smart. The kick out to Tatum. And stolen by Knight. Lays it in off the breakaway. Knight's got the lead up to 4 now for Houston.
Not a guy to gamble for steals, but Knight nabs that one. Then makes a good decision jump-starting the fast break.
Hayward outside. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 15 points for Gordon Hayward.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand. Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Smart goes in. Shot clock at 6. Horford no luck. Anthony against Hayward. Anthony kicks to Knight. Back to Anthony. Over Hayward. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time. But with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that the clock expired just before the release.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
And even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court right now for the Celtics, Marcus Smart is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Horford. Then it's Tatum, and it's Hayward in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Anthony, kept alive, and Nene slams it in.
Look, Gortat anticipating where that would miss, comes away with the board and the follow-up bucket.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. Kicks it to Hayward. Over Anthony. Misses off the left iron. Houston in the lead. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Count it.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Anthony against Hayward. Lets it go from 14. Hayward missing again. Rockets leading by 3. Anthony in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And finished off by Horford.
When we talk about force, Al Horford looks at the defense and says, how about this?
Green finds Harden. Green against Smart. Harden has a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 23 points for James Harden. Celtics trail by 4. At the top of the key, Hayward. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Rockets with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harden outside. Rozier with the steal. Smart kicks to Rozier. Misses the 3. Houston leading by 4. Harden left side. And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Marquise Chris comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Paul subbed in for Anthony. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. Irving comes in for Terry Rozier. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Horford trying to free himself up, and there it is for him. And that's now 17 points for Kyrie Irving. Rockets leading by 6. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Here's Paul. The shot missing. Good D by Irving.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Right, you love the aggressiveness. This guy is willing to take over at the key opportunities.
Harden, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Over to the wing. Horford against Capella. Paul, right side. The Rockets again can't hit.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Here's Brown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
He's made obvious improvements since the half, really getting into an offensive groove.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
Here's Green. Harden outside. The dish now to Paul. Pass to Green. Looking to end the run. Some solid defense from Brown. Boston leading by 3. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Paul kicks to Green. A three-pointer is right on target. Green's got the game tied up here for Houston.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
Irving against Paul. Shoots it up. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
Outside, Green. Pass to Capella. Paul outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Kev, how about the strength on the finish? Jaylen Brown showing real muscle.
And Jaylen Brown was giving quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Paul passes to Harden. Outside, Green. Over in the corner, Paul. But they'll get another chance. Here's Chris. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Kev, that's getting great lift on the jumper, and Chris really hard to challenge from the mid-range.
Irving against Paul. Irving can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 3. Green deciding where to go with it. The pass to Paul. There's the lob to Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Reason number 1, CP3 is out there, making strong passes, keeping the offense flowing.
Harden against Brown. Pass to Horford. He dishes it to Irving. Boston again missing.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Green against Hayward. Harden outside. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Horford.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
One shot, find the lane.
And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside Irving. Brown against Harden. That's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Horford's shot is good.
Yeah, Al Horford over the course of his career has worked really hard to be able to stretch the defense from three. That was a beautiful stroke.
Paul kicks to Harden. Some solid defense from Brown.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Tatum dishes to Irving. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
How easily scoring comes for Kyrie Irving. So intelligent, such a good decision maker.
Paul kicks to Anthony. Back to Paul. Lets it go with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Paul's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
The Celtics working the ball around now. The shot's good from Irving.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot, and when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
Timeout called, the Rockets. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. A 2-point game. Here's Paul out to Anthony. Pass to Capella. Chris finds Harden. Offline with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Paul passes to Anthony. Now Harden. For the 3. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Anthony.
Oh, whenever you need a huge bucket, you know they're going to look to Melo. This is when he shines.
Passes it to Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 5 assists tonight.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer up.
Harden kicks to Paul. Over Irving. A baseline J. Anthony's shot is off.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Connects from three-point range.
Well, this is a shot that Jaylen Brown must make consistently. Nice seeing him start to look confident stroking it from deep.
Harden against Brown. Anthony in the corner. They get it back. Three-pointer. Anthony missing again.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
Brown dishes to Irving. 1:02 left to play here in the fourth. He kicks to Horford. Shoots over Capella. No good off the back of the rim.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
Paul for three. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. And taken away by Paul.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
It's good.
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
Got a piece of it, and taken away by Paul. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
Guys, more than a roar, more like an explosion.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Boy, you have to love his poise at the free throw line. He's never rattled, no matter how much pressure he might be under.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 1. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
You'd think they want to do everything they can to get it to their hot hand.
Ball against Irving. Releases. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Carmelo, you have lived in the media spotlight for a long time. How do you put that out of your head when you get on the floor?
I'm just playing ball. My team came to play today. We was focused, and we wanted it. We willed our way to this one.
A great performance, Carmelo. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.